Hi, my name is Dr. Melissa West, and today I have an email that came through on Facebook. So this one says, "Hi Melissa, my husband was diagnosed with the beginning stage of COPD. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you what that is in a minute. The main cause was from smoking. To keep the disease from progressing, he uses medication prescribed by his doctor. Plus, he needs to incorporate more cardio. He's been a lifelong weightlifter and is in good shape. But I think yoga would be helpful and think he would be open to it, at least giving it a try. Which lessons would you recommend?" So COPD stands for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And it is the occurrence of chronic bronchitis or emphysema, a pair of commonly coexisting diseases of the lungs in which the airways become narrowed. And this leads to the limitation of the flow of air to and from the lungs, causing shortness of breath. So what I would recommend is yoga practices that open the airways and the lungs with practices that focus on side bending. So it's going to open up the lungs, and back bending to really open up and encourage the flow of breath into the lungs. So like his doctor recommended, the increase of cardio, which is going to increase the flow of oxygen into his lungs and really encourage the growth of new cells and the flow of oxygen in there, really, which will really help him. This kind of thing is going to do the same as what his doctor is recommending. So since he hasn't done yoga before, I would recommend that he start with the beginner series that we just finished up. And the final class in that beginner series, which is number 135, focuses a lot on those side bends, which was in that case to create flexibility in the spine, but in his case will really open up the sides of his lungs and increase the airflow, almost like a fish, right? Opening up the airways there for him. So it will help to increase the airflow, opening up the sides of his lungs for increased air capacity for him. When I looked through the old episodes of Namaste Yoga, I found that Namaste Yoga number 11 was opening the body to breath. It features postures that open up the torso as a whole so that breath can move right up into the shoulders and all the way down into the pelvis. That would be a really great episode for him. In episode 13 of Namaste Yoga, I explored various breath practices. So I took the students through various pranayama practices in simple yoga postures. So we did 3-part breathing, which will expand his breath. Extended exhalation, which also, when you work on extending your exhalation, it encourages deeper inhalation, which will help him. Square breath, which also will increase his breath capacity. Kapalabhati, which will help to really release the toxins from his lungs. Lion's breath also will release the toxins from his lungs. Breath of joy will increase his air capacity. Alternate nostril breathing, that's a good calming breath. So lots of great breath practices in there that will really help him and help build up his breath capacity. Episode 109 of Namaste Yoga will also be great for him. This is a class that focuses on fish pose, and it really opens up the area of his lungs. Uses a lot of side bends to prepare for this posture, which ultimately opens up the area of his lungs. So finally, I would recommend one of my classic videos called The Wave of the Breath. This video opens up the anatomy around the respiratory apparatus for improved use of oxygen and detoxification of the body. So this video will help to give him more energy, emotional stability, and mental clarity. And breath practice is known to improve blood circulation, calm the nervous system, and improve digestion, which will help to leave him feeling deeply rested and relaxed. So So that's my best advice for him right now. I think yoga would be an incredible complement to his cardiovascular that his doctor recommended.
Finding a great yoga class is becoming more costly and difficult. Now there's a better way to self-improvement in the privacy of your own home. Visit Dr. Melissa West at melissawest.com and start getting free weekly online videos. Real yoga for real people.